How are you? Today I brought a wonderful recipe for your breakfast, for your afternoon snack, especially for you who are looking for help to lower your cholesterol. You are going to love this recipe. It has a lot of fiber and many ingredients that help lower cholesterol and even prevent the oxidation of cholesterol, which is something very concerning for our bodies. So you're going to love it. It's delicious, high in protein, rich in fiber. Stay until the end because you won't want to miss this. On top of everything, this treat doesn't use any flour for texture and has no sugar. You can even prepare it the day before or make it in the morning to have as an afternoon snack. Super practical. Tell me down below if you've ever had high cholesterol. What was the highest cholesterol number you've ever had in your test results? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to see your comment. Also, go ahead and like the video. This is really important for me here on the channel. And it's good for you too, because YouTube will understand that you like videos like this and will send you more recipes. To get the ingredients, their quantities, and to make this at home, take a look down below in the description. I'll leave everything there for you. Our first ingredient here is the apple, and I found such a red apple it almost looks like it's from Snow White. I'm going to grate this apple here using the fine grater, so it turns into a kind of puree. Before I start grating, which is going to make some noise, I want to remind you that the apple is very rich in pectin in this peel here, so don't peel the apple. Pectin is a soluble fiber that helps reduce the absorption of cholesterol in the intestine and aids in the elimination of bile acids, which helps control cholesterol. So it's wonderful. Besides adding sweetness and giving that good flavor to our recipe. So I'm going to grate it. I'll start grating here, but it's going to get noisy, so I'll stop and come back once it's already grated. Hold on. Now I'm going to add this grated apple to the fat-free natural yogurt here and mix it well. Remember that yogurt is a source of protein which increases satiety, helps with weight control, which obviously has an indirect impact on cholesterol, but not only that. Yogurt also, like this one I'm using here, which is fat-free, has a low saturated fat content, so it helps with the lipid profile, can contribute to the microbiota if it's a yogurt with live cultures. In fact, there's a video here on the channel teaching you how to make your own natural yogurt at home, and even another one showing how to buy good quality yogurt at the supermarket. It contains calcium and bioactive peptides, which can help with blood pressure and vascular health, so it's a great option for us to add, especially since it will serve as the base for this recipe, improving the glycemic response when combined with other ingredients, which also benefits our health in a broader sense. Here, I will also add psyllium to this recipe. If you don't have it, you can use ground flaxseed or ground chia as a substitute. Psyllium is one of the most studied and most effective foods for lowering LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, and this has been scientifically proven. It reduces the absorption of cholesterol in the intestine and also increases the excretion of bile. The liver then uses cholesterol to replenish this bile, so it really helps to lower the cholesterol in our body in a very interesting way. It will also help give the right texture to our recipe because since it has a lot of soluble fiber, which forms mucilage, it helps absorb the excess liquid in the recipe and gives it a really interesting consistency. You'll see in just a bit. I'm also going to add turmeric here, which we know has the power to reduce systemic inflammation because of the curcumin that is naturally present in it. It can also improve endothelial function, that is the function of blood vessels. And there's another very interesting detail. Turmeric can help reduce the oxidation of LDL, which is the so-called bad cholesterol. And oxidized LDL is the most harmful cholesterol we have in our bodies, as it can increase the formation of those atheroma plaques that we don't want. So turmeric helps a lot when we manage to consume it daily, on a regular basis. I'm also going to add ground cinnamon here, which helps improve insulin sensitivity, helps reduce glucose spikes, and indirectly helps reduce the production of VLDL, which is very low-density cholesterol. It's associated with increased cholesterol, so it's also a great option, in addition to seasoning, giving a special flavor, and pairing very well with the apple in this recipe. I'm also going to add powdered ginger here, remembering that it has a powerful anti-inflammatory effect because of gingerol and shogals. And we also know that it has an interesting effect on improving the lipid profile. In fact, it can even help reduce triglycerides. I have a playlist here on the channel talking more about how to reduce cholesterol, triglycerides, the difference between them, recipes, tips, and I'll leave it down below in the description for you. Look how the psyllium is already absorbing the liquid and is already reaching a really nice consistency. Look, what I'm going to do now is divide the recipe into about 2 pieces, 2 amounts, 2 portions, so we can mix different things into each one of them. And if you want help to control inflammation, control your blood sugar, lose weight, take a look at the links below that I'll leave for my playlists. There are lots of recipes and tips already organized to make things easier for you, so check out the links down below in the description. So in one part here, I'm going to add the ground flaxseed. It's best to grind the flaxseed right before you start preparing the recipe to make sure it doesn't get oxidized or rancid. Remember that flaxseed is an excellent source of fiber and omega-3 precursors, meaning it helps reduce low-grade systemic inflammation, also helps with the feeling of fullness, which aids in weight loss, helps lower LDL and triglycerides, and also contains lignans with antioxidant action. So it's wonderful. If you want to substitute with chia, that works too. As I mentioned before, they're even like cousins. And I have a really nice video here talking more about the differences between psyllium, flaxseed, and chia. This video is really interesting, and I'll leave it down below in the description for you. So this part here is done, and now I'm going to get my other part so we can make one last mixture and assemble everything. And here in the other half of my mixture, I'm going to add a bit of 100% cocoa. Remember, it's super rich in flavonoids. Cocoa can help improve vascular function, reduce the oxidation of LDL, the bad cholesterol, and can help with your lipid profile. Plus, it's high in fiber. Many people don't know that cocoa also contains fiber. And in recipes that include other foods and have little fiber, people often say to me, Patricia, so much fiber, where does it come from? Not in this recipe, obviously, because it has psyllium and flaxseed, so it already has plenty of fiber. It comes from the cocoa. So really, cocoa is wonderful. Not only does it give that chocolate flavor we love, but I think it will go really well with the flavors of the apple. It's going to be an interesting combination. I'm just going to mix all of this together well, because the only issue with cocoa is its solubility, which is different from chocolate drink mixes. But that's not a problem. I'll mix it well here until it's really homogeneous, and then we'll assemble everything. Hold on. Well, this amount of the mixture will make 2 servings. So I'm going to take about half of our mixture, transfer it right here into this serving glass. Then I'll clean up a little bit, press it down, and then after that, I'll add the white layer on top of everything. Let me press it down a bit because since it's creamier, sometimes it traps a lot of air. So let me put the other half in here. The smell is so good. Apple with chocolate. You should try it. I'm just going to clean up the sides here so the layers look nice. I'll put the other one here and then I'll come back so we can continue. So now I'm going to add the second part of the mixture here, pressing it down a bit as well. Remembering that this makes 2 servings, so I'm going to separate about half here, and I'm also pressing it down a bit because since it's already creamier, I don't want any bubbles forming. So I'm going to finish adding about half here to even it out, and you can put it in the fridge or not because it's pretty much ready to eat right away. But if you want to leave it ready in the fridge and eat it later, that's even better. Tell me what you prefer, the convenience of making and eating it right away, or actually even the convenience of having it ready in advance. Everything here is practical. Look, I left it in the fridge for 15 minutes at most just to chill, and I'll show you the wonderful consistency it gets. Make it yourself. You're going to love it so much, for sure. I can't wait to try this delicious treat. Let me know down below in the comments if you're going to make it exactly like this or if you're going to change something in the recipe. I'd love to see your comment. Remember to leave a like on the video to help me out as well and share it with anyone you know who will enjoy it, with anyone who needs it. Let's expand this chain of kindness together. That's what I want here with the channel. Now let's try it. How delicious. It's really sweet, not from sugar, not from sweetener, nothing like that, but the apple already gives it a super sweetness. It's very creamy. It even looks like a mousse. Make it. You're definitely going to love it. The combination of chocolate and apple is sensational.